What does transformation healing mean to you? What challenging have you overcome in your life that transformed who you are today? Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday. Welcome our Transformation Healing podcast. I'm your host, Riya Wang, a certified transformation healing coach. I help my clients through transformation healing to connect the true self, to connect the true power, bring back the confidence, passion, joy, and be the best of the self. I have traveled around the world to learn and share how the healing can change our lives. In this podcast show, I have invited my guests from all over the world to come here to share the inspiration, to share the inspiration stories, wisdom, knowledge with their own life. I hope that will give you some great benefits that to use in your daily life. I'm so excited today. I have an amazing guest, Charlie, Coach Charlie. Hi, Charlie. How are you today?
I'm doing fine, Rhea. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good.
So I always ask my guests where they come from because sometimes I'm in California. It's 11 a.m. Sometimes my guests come, they're in New Zealand, in Norway, all different places. So
Right.
which part in the earth you are, Charlie?
I'm in San Francisco, California. I moved out here in 1977, and I have not left since. I've been here. I don't think I'm ever going to leave.
Wow. So I heard that San Francisco is cold the city in summertime.
It is. I think they have a saying where I left the coldest summer I ever spent was in San Francisco, and that's true.
Yeah.
So we do get our sun, but it's not like San Diego or somewhere like that where it's always sunny and it's 80 degrees. We do get our fog and overcast. So it kind of evens itself out.
I like San Francisco, but I'm not sure to live there. It's a little bit too cold for me. Even just 1 hour drive, I think it's great city to visit, but I'm not sure to live in there.
You have to live here for, I think if you spent a year or two here, you would realize it's either for you or it's not for you, you know? So, and some of my friends, they just can't do it. They're like you, they're like, no, it's too cold here. Personally, I don't think it's cold. 55 degrees is not cold to me. I mean, where I'm from in the Midwest, it's 20 below. So that's cold. This is not cold.
So good for you, because always good for you where you love, where you live, right?
Right, exactly. I love San Francisco. I don't mind traveling all over, but I will always come back to San Francisco.
That's wonderful. So, Coach Charlie, I know you own the fitness center in San Francisco.
Yes.
So you are fitness and only woman only. That's interesting. Tell us why is that? And before that, I wanted to tell everybody, Coach Charlie is a fitness owner that owns the In Motion Fitness Center in San Francisco, correct?
Yes, In Motion Fitness.
In Motion Fitness, and a woman only. So tell us, why is that?
The inspiration is actually from my mother, because my mom raised 9 kids by herself. My dad left when I was about 11 or so. And so I've always looked up to my mom, but at the same time, mom was a little overweight, plus size, and she smoked, so she wasn't the healthiest person. And so I noticed growing up, she didn't spend a lot of time playing with us outside because she was just, like I said, she couldn't move around as well. And I noticed she always had this sad look on her face, and it stuck with me. I didn't know back then that like decades later, that would actually have a profound effect on my life. So basically the short version is I opened up a women's gym because I feel like I want to empower women through fitness. And I wish I had this knowledge back then to help my mom. I think she would have lived a much happier life, in her body. And because of that, when I moved out here, it definitely wasn't on my mind to open a women's gym. I mean, I originally moved out here to join the service. I joined the Coast Guard. So I was EMT and a firefighter. And so it was that got me into personal training later on. When I got out of the service, I signed up for the fire department, which I did pass their course and everything, but then they had a hiring freeze. So I had to find something to do. And so I looked into gyms, I became a fitness trainer. I thought I would just do it part-time because I was waiting for the fire department to give me a call. But that call didn't come for like 5 years. So within 2.5 years, I found my calling and I knew this is what I wanted to do. And then later on, I just found that my niche was working. I was more comfortable working with men I'm more comfortable working with women than I were with men. And I'm sure part of that has to do with my childhood and not having a father figure in my life. So I decided, all right, why not open up a women's gym? No one else has done it before. And I would be sort of the first one to do it. And so I decided I'm going to do it.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that.
Mm-hmm.
Such a beautiful story. I think that every mom probably want to have the son like you, such sweet son, then think about the mom. That's such a touchy story. Thank you for sharing with us.
You're very welcome. Happy to share it.
Yeah, how long you have this fitness center in San Francisco?
Let's see, I've been a trainer for about 30 plus years. I got the idea to open up a women's gym probably about 6 years into being a trainer, maybe 5. And it wasn't until, July 1st, 2013 that I opened up the doors at In Motion Fitness. Before that, it was just working at every gym. I had 3 jobs at 3 different gyms here in the city and just in the Bay Area just to get all the knowledge that I needed. So I felt comfortable going out to open up a gym, especially a women's gym. And me being a man opening up a women's gym, of course, I got a lot of feedback, negative feedback. Basically, oh, that's never going to work. You can't open up a women's gym. Half the population won't come. Women don't want to work out by themselves. And me being the person that I am, I will do things just to spite you. So if you tell me I can't do something, I'm going to venture out and do it on my own anyway, just to prove you wrong. So I did. And so I took all that negative energy and I put it into just being diligent about what my goal was. And I tend to walk my own path. I don't follow in other people's footsteps. So then I just decided it's time to start looking for a space because I had the service where I was going to people's homes and I was meeting them outside and training them in the parks, things like that. In the meantime, I was putting all my money aside and saving and finding the right spot. And then one day, and this is a true story, I literally, while I was looking for gyms, every time I looked at a gym space or a space that I thought would be a great place for a gym, I could tell I wasn't quite ready financially, but when I turned around 2 months, 3 months later, someone had opened up a gym in that spot and it just ticked me off. I was so jealous, right? And I just like, I can't wait to open up my gym. And my mom used to tell me, would just say, be patient, it'll come. She goes, it'll come when you're not looking. When you least expect it, it will happen. Sure enough, one night I'm sleeping and I have this dream. I literally had a dream that I opened up a fitness gym in the location I'm in right now. Literally had a dream, not just a dream that I opened up a gym, but literally that I had a dream that I opened up a gym in the spot that I'm in. So of course, yeah, and my gym is literally a block down the street from where I live. So I woke up and I thought, wait, is there a space down there? So I walked down there, and sure enough, the space I had a dream about was sitting there vacant and had been for 18 months. So I talked to the landlord, and she said there were a couple of people interested in it, but she would really like to have a women's gym there because she thought it would help the community. And so we went through the whole deal of setting up a lease and everything. And next thing I know, I got a gym.
That's
So
beautiful story, Coach Charlie.
thank
I
you.
think you manifest what you want. We always talk about how to manifest your energy.
Right.
So then manifest what you want. So like people like you have enough intention, then by the driving that you manifest, then the universe opened up for you.
Exactly. That's how
Of
I like to
course,
look at
there
it.
have a lot of hard work you put in.
Oh, yes. A lot of hard work. Yes. A lot of hard
So
work.
yes, so tell us a little bit about some inspiration story from your clients. What is most inspiration story when you work out with all the ladies? I know you have all of the clients, they loves you. I hear so many times you talk about, oh, my clients crack me up. My clients I love them so much. I can see how good the relationship you work with them. And also, that is the first the question I want to ask. Then I have another question after that I want to ask. So
Okay.
first one, so what is the most inspiration stories happen?
I think the most inspirational thing about what I do and the members that I have, being that it's a women's gym, is right off the bat, I noticed when I opened up the gym and I had my first class, I noticed how everyone, it was a full class too. I mean, I advertised for a while and then, so everyone came in. What I noticed is everybody came in, everybody was a stranger. I had 8 women in there for a class, so it's 8 people. So they have enough room to move around. And I noticed they're all strangers and, no one really talked. Everybody was kind of quiet because everyone's kind of nervous. And I told them a little bit about myself and what we're going to do. And as time went on, I noticed my biggest inspiration that I noticed was they are no longer strangers. So now these women wait for each other at the end of class. They all walk home together. They meet each other. They actually found out that they just live blocks from each other. Some of the women were like, oh my God, I did not know you live right across the street from me, and I've lived there for 3 years. So I think one of my biggest inspiration is the camaraderie and the community that I've built around my studio. Because it's in a residential area, it's not downtown, it's not near a bunch of luxury hotels, it's not at a resort, it's in a real urban neighborhood where there are families. You see the moms out with their babies, their dogs, their husbands. I'm a block from Golden Gate Park. So just to be able to see the women come in together and they're all laughing and joking and they're raring to go. And then they'll sit and chat and hang out with each other before going home and stuff like that. So I think that's my biggest inspiration. And my other one would be the fact that I work with a lot of moms. So having a women's gym, I knew I had to have more than just a certification for personal training. So I got certified as a personal trainer, injury rehab specialist, and boot camp specialist, and I'm certified as a pre and postnatal fitness trainer. So, which you definitely need at a women's gym because I do have pregnant women that come in that want to work out. So just standing around, and one day I was telling my class, one of the other women, I said, just look at what's going on. And she goes, what? And I said, look at all these women. I'm like, this is my favorite part of class is during the rest period. And they just blah, blah, blah. They're just talking and hanging out and laughing. And we just have a good time. I definitely believe that if you're having a good time while you're working out, not only are you going to show up for it, but you're going to feel better about your workout while you're doing it, because I do put them to their paces. It's not easy. when you come into my class, but it is a lot of fun. And anyone will tell you that if you look at my reviews on my Yelp page, it's basically, you'll hear people say Charlie's a lot of fun, he has a sense of humor, and that's true. So I definitely believe in bringing that to my classes and with my private clients.
That sounds fun. Just hear about it, you talk about it.
It is
So
fun.
there is you are not just training the people, women, to become fit, to become living the healthy lifestyle. Also, you create this community so they can connect together, to connect with people, find the good friends. Then workout is not like I have to push myself to work out anymore. It's created this fun, healthy, then the wonderful space.
Right. I feel like in the beginning, I know back in, when I became a trainer, forever ago, it was about, we didn't have the knowledge that we have now about fitness and everything. So it was basically, let's just go in and lift weights, let's do an aerobics class, that type of thing. But the more educated I became and the more I spent time working with different people, not just here, but just people that would come in from different countries that wanted to work out for a day or so, what I realized is that we're not just trainers, we're not just fitness trainers, we're actually, I consider myself like a lifestyle coach, because I see that the fitness not only works well with my clients, but it spills out to their families. They're able, my mom, especially my moms, they're fit so they can get out and play with their kids. Their kids want to be outside. Some of the kids actually talk about wanting to come to class with their mom, but I can't let them because they're too young and they would just get in the way and I don't want them to get hurt. But it's more than just fitness. I think the whole ideal of fitness today doesn't evolve just around lifting weights. It doesn't evolve around, trying to be thin, because I have some plus size women that are super fit and they love their bodies. And that's one thing that I'm trying, that I hope to do through my classes and work with my clients and my business, is I want women to feel comfortable in whatever body they're in. And if they want to lose weight, I'm more than happy to help them. And if they're happy, they're happy in a size 2, that's great. If they're happy in a size 10, that's fine too. I just want them to be happy in their own bodies. And I want them to be pain-free, especially as they get older, because we do slow down as we get older. We have more pain and we put on a little bit more weight, that type of thing. So, yeah, so that's why this whole thing evolves around my world. This is my world, fitness.
I love what you said. Love your body, no matter what the size.
Right.
So when you start to love your body, that bring a lot confidence. That we talk about the transformation. So fitness also is part of transformation, not just physical, right? When you start to love your body, feeling love with everything around you, then you feel confidence. Then when you feel confident, you will do more, you will feel nice to other people. Everything around you in the world, in your life, become more joyful.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm out to do. Yes.
That is beautiful, Coach Charlie. So I always ask my guests come to here, also give little tips for some different what they best with. Here is one question I want to ask you. I think I asked you this question before, but today I want to bring here again for another woman, maybe like me. I'm kind of like a type person. I know in my mind, I know, oh my gosh, I should work out. I should do this, do that. But I'm just not easily have this desire to move my body. I love to dance, and that move my body is no problem. I go to hike, it's no problem. And my favorite workout, if that count, is meditation. I can sit there for 3 hours. But every day, I think I go to gym for me. I just don't have that desire. Then when I go to do the workout I do every day to push myself to do
Right.
15, 20 minutes to do
Right.
the yoga workout, but I have to push myself.
Right.
How I can be like, oh, I'm so excited, I need to work out, like what you said about the joy. For people who's at home a lot, like all my work is in the home. So what they do, what is the best tips that can help?
The best tip, I get this a lot, and you did ask me this a while ago.
I know.
My best tip is that you have to, you just have to want to do it. Now, that being said, that's a lot harder. It's easier said than done, and I think you just explained that very well. You are a typical client that comes into my gym. You sit a lot for work, and you do get out and you hike and things like that, which is great. And meditation for 3 hours is great, but I don't want to bust your bubble. You're going to need to move your body in order to really, really complement your entire being. So you for your meditation, you're taking care of your inner self, but you want to take care of your outer self too, and that requires exercise. And I have a number of people in my neighborhood that walk by my gym and walk by my gym and walk by my gym. And eventually, after 5 or 6 months, they call, right? Or I'll get a client, a potential client that says, oh, I want to come work out with you, but I want to get in shape first. I don't know what that means. Okay. I have no idea what that means. I think if you want to get in shape, you just come to your trainer. But you just have to, one of the things I tell people is if you're having a hard time with working out, start doing one thing. Don't try to do a bunch of things, do one thing. And I think I told you this once. Just there's always a floor. Just get down, do 5 push-ups. Even if you do 5 push-ups on a Monday and you don't do any the rest of the day, you do them every Monday, just 5. And then maybe Tuesday you add maybe 3, So over time, then your body will start to go, oh, wait, I remember how to move like this. I want to move more and I want to move more. Because the more you sit, the more your body wants to stay in that state. I know for me, I move around a lot. I think you know this. I move around all the time. So for me to be still, it's very difficult for me to be still. Even when I sleep, my foot's doing this, rocking myself until I fall asleep. So my best advice to people is you'll do it when you're ready. No one can force you to do it. When you're ready, you're going to do it. So eventually these women that walk by my gym 5 or 6 months from now, or over a course of 5 or 6 months, eventually they come in and they go, oh, I've been walking by your gym forever and I've just been too nervous, or I just wasn't ready. And I'm just, well, that's fine. Whenever you're ready, you'll do it. So it's just a matter of just being in that moment. At some point, it's going to hit you and you're going to just do it.
Thank you. Thank you for the tips. Just start a small step. Do 5 push-ups each day or do little walk, whatever you do, right?
Whatever it is, even if you're walking, is a great exercise. It really is. And if you do it over the course of time, 5 or 6 days a week, you'll notice that you will lose weight and you'll start feeling better about yourself. But I think for most part, people don't feel good about themselves because either they've been told that they don't look good enough, and you know how it is with marketing. Everything out there is it's somebody that can fit in the skinny jeans and wears a size 2 or size 0. That's not the typical American women these days. And there's all different types. And I don't work with just most of my women, the women that come in that I work with, they are lean and everything like that. But I do have women that come in that have had kids. And when you've had kids, it changes your body a lot. Okay, guys cannot relate to this. I, as a guy, can relate to it to some degree because I work with women who have had kids or are going to have kids. And I see this when they come in. and they want to, they've put on 40 pounds because they had a kid, and now they want to lose that weight. And that's my job, is to help them get there and reach that goal again.
Thank you. Thank you, Charlie. See, the time passed by just so fast. Almost there was end of show today. It's questions, and thank you for coming here to share your inspiring stories and talk about how do you start from help your mom. That's very touching story, and you inspire your clients, create this loving community, not just work out, and also to love themselves, love their body, and have little tips. Start with a little bit of walking or a little bit of push up, whatever is started. So
Whatever.
all of this is a beautiful suggestions and the tips. Thank you so much. I always ask, so how we can find you?
If you go to www.n, the letter N, not IN, the letter N, motionfitness.com, you'll go right to my page. If you can go to Yelp, and you'll find all my reviews, photos of my classes, the women, the reviews, everything is on my Yelp page. And the same thing, just put in Motion Fitness, and it'll take you right there.
In Motion Fitness.
Yes.
Everyone, now you know where to find a Coach Charlie with your fitness coach.
Right.
So thank you, everybody. Thank you, everyone, to come here to listen our podcast today. If you have the story that you like to share with the world, that story inspire others, help other people living their life better, please contact me. Welcome to our Transformation Healing Podcast. Thank you, everybody. I will see you next Tuesday